The Woods really lure all of these characters to discover what they really, really want in life. And a lot of the characters get lost within that.
The Woods is a metaphor for many things in life. Your wishes are there, your dreams, your hopes, but also your fears.
Fairy tales evolved as cautionary tales, to make children not go away from home, not go into the woods, not speak to strangers.
The great thing about the journey through the woods and the journey through life is that it regenerates and it goes on and on. And there is loss in life, but there's also rebirth.
There's a patch of woods on my property that I actually wrote in when I was writing the show. I got a bus to take the cast of Into the Woods when we were in rehearsal of the show and took them into the woods midday. And when you get about 50 yards in the woods, it's suddenly nighttime. Well, that feeling is what Rob has caught on film. The feeling of enclosure and of darkness and that anything can happen.
Always 10 steps behind. Always 10 feet below. And she's just out of reach. Agony that can cut like a knife. I must have her to walk.
Tell me a little bit, how do you feel being trapped in a lamp for so many years?
It's a little cramped. But every now and then someone rubs the lamp and I get to come out and act crazy, and it's the best time I have.
Absolutely. So, did you ever dream when you would start doing an acting career that you're gonna play this character?
You know what? I didn't know I was going to play this character, but I did wish to play a character like this because when I was a kid, I loved this movie. I saw it when I was 17, and it's my favorite Disney film. And the fact that it's my favorite and now I get to do it, on stage on Broadway, it's definitely a wish granted. How about that?
That's awesome. And when you were a kid, it's like a dream come true from childhood?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I always loved theater ever since I was a child. And I remember the first time going to New York. I think I was 9 and just staring up at the skyline and wanting to be in New York on Broadway. And I saw the revival of Into the Woods in the 90s, I think, or maybe like the early 2000s or whatever. And I loved the show then. I'd seen the PBS, the Bernadette Peters version on television before, but yeah, it was a dream come true. Honestly, I mean, I always talk about the swamp just because we were really cold and wet and swimming with real snakes.
Oh, real snakes, oh my God.
That is not a joke. Oh, apparently they don't bite, but I didn't believe them.
They're real, it's scary.
They're still real snakes. But I mean, we had a great rehearsal process, so I like almost a month. So by the time we got to all of the scenes, I felt pretty grounded, and I think everyone had the same reaction. We could just play around,
Since what
things now, many valuable things that I hadn't known before. Do not put your faith in a cape and a hood. They will not protect you the way that they should. And take extra care with strangers. Even flowers have their dangers. And though scary is exciting, nice is different than
How
good.
do you feel?
I feel great, thank you.
So the Red Riding Hood, right?
Yes.
Did you ever dream playing that character?
Oh, yes, of course. Ever since I first saw Into the Woods for the first time, I knew that I had to be a part of it somehow. And I'm just so lucky that I did. It's awesome. I auditioned, and then I got a call back, and I got the job. The experience was great, and I will never forget it. It was my first film experience, so I mean it was great.
Well, I'm on Broadway right now doing Matilda the musical, but I've worked with Steve in Company and Into the Woods on Broadway, and we had a great time doing the revival with Vanessa Williams back in 2002, something like that. I played Rapunzel's prince, and then Cinderella's prince, and one of the wolves, and so yeah, we played it all.
Aladino TV.
Nice.
I'm jealous with you, man.
Why?
Because you're the prince, and you got so many beautiful princesses next to you.
Dude,
How do you get that part?
I don't know, man. I just hung out.
Yeah, the good looking helps you a lot.
Meryl saw a play I was in and hooked it up with an audition. So.
Did you ever dream when you were a kid to play these kind of roles?
Yeah, of course. When you're a kid, you're like, I want to be a superhero. I want to be an alien. I'll be a prince, you know? Who doesn't like saving women from towers and stuff like that? Oh, man, when the theater community gets together, it's crazy. They're crazy. They're crazy people, and they're fun.
They got crazy princes around.
Ah, you don't even know, man. You don't even know. We got rowdy last night.
Oh boy, I'm a Broadway producer who loves to music direct things, so I wear both hats, and I'm the music director for tonight's event. Well, I mean, tonight is a review of Sondheim's greatest hits. They're all hits. Lots from Into the Woods. We have many of his other shows represented. Many of his artists who originated the roles in the other shows are performing tonight, so it should be a great evening.
And see what he'll do. Now it's he and not you who is stuck with a shoe in a stew in the goo. And you will learn something too, something you never knew on the steps of the palace.
Oh, well, I'm Catherine Walker, and I'm currently in A Gentleman's Guide to Love and Murder. I play Phoebe Dysquith. I'm originally from Lancaster, Pennsylvania, Amish country. Yes.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I'm friends with Jacob Langfelder, who put this evening together, and he called me and said, would you be interested in being a part of this and singing a Sondheim song? And I said, yes, I would love to. He said, you can get dressed up and there'll be a red carpet, and I said, I'm there.
You're going to be interviewed by Aladino TV. Oh my.
Oh, how exciting. Oh, sounds sexy, really.
What do you think about the characters? Which characters do you prefer?
Oh, I just love all the characters, truly, because they're so universal. You know, everyone can find something to identify with all the characters. But since I'm singing Cinderella tonight, I would have to identify with Cinderella. But also, I grew up with Mackenzie Malsey. She and I did regional, local theater.
Pennsylvania?
Good friends with my sister in Pennsylvania. At one point I had like 8 little sisters and growing up in theater in Pennsylvania. But so I love Rapunzel too.
You're looking great tonight.
Thank you.
I love your chase.
Oh, thank you so much. This is my one item.
You can see the future with that, I'm sure.
This is the only thing that Prada makes I can fit into. If she made a bigger bag, I could fit into that.
Oh, look great, look
you
great.
Hear me, Musha? I'm talking to you.
So what do you think about it tonight?
I'm thrilled. I mean, it's wonderful. I want to be 85 years old and get this kind of turnout.
Absolutely.
All for something I wrote years ago, and it's been brought back and become this huge success.
Well, it's going to take you like 60 more years.
That's right, because I'm
still
frightfully young. Exactly right. I'm fresh out of the cradle.
So the characters in the movie, which one you like?
Well, Prince Charming, of course.
Ah, Prince Charming.
My role model. I don't have to be charming, I'm a prince.
I know why, because you like the princess.
That's right.
Yeah.
I chased really.
See your eyes.
There isn't if she wore my glass slippers, she'd cut her foot, believe me.
Come along, ladies.
Yes, Mother.
Good luck. What Rob and I tried to do was just honor that kind of brave, thoughtful, neurotic Cinderella. I get my prince, but, that kind of goes wrong. So I guess she's like a couple's therapist dream.
The ball is over, send everyone home.
And the princess?
She won't get far with one shoe.
One of my favorite lines that he has.
I was raised to be charming, not sincere.
Essentially sums up the character, and he knows no other way of being.
Have you seen a beautiful young woman in a ball gown pass through?
I'd really like to play Prince Charming because he's just such a moron.
Agony, oh, the torture they teach.
Chris and Billy, they're such hunks, they're such jocks. They're so kind of cosmetically perfect, but they're goofballs and they're wonderful.
Well, I mean, from the time I was a kid, West Side Story, Gypsy, Forum. If anything happened the way to the Forum, is the fat guy is a hero. And that appealed to me. As a fat guy, I wanted to be the hero. And then Company and Follies, all these shows I grew up with, that they're also smart. They're not just great big musicals, but they're smart. There's intricate wordplay. They're very emotional. I'm a big fan of his.
I know, just having fun here tonight is beautiful, wonderful. Here you're watching on Aladino TV, red carpet exclusive images.
Yes.
A very nice face.
Very nice face.
And what's your speciality?
We do stilts and fire and LED dances.
We create beautiful creatures for events all over the world.
How tall are you guys?
8'6".
6. Do you play basketball?
Slam dunk every time.
Yeah, I mean, it's a thrill to be able to honor, like at 85, that's a big, that's a big milestone. And he's still working too. That's what's so amazing is that he doesn't show any signs of quitting, and thank goodness.
Who wants to retire? Broadway's wonderful.
Yeah, he's so prolific. Yeah. He's a treasure.
So which character do you guys prefer in Into the Woods?
Oh. I always like the baker. It's a role I would like to play one day.
How about you?
Love the baker. I think the princes are hysterical.
Why? Because of the prince?
Yeah, the princes are so funny, and everyone wants to be Cinderella or the witch.
Which character do you prefer?
Oh, I love the witch. Meryl Streep, she's amazing. Yes, the witch is, I mean, all the parts are great, but she's just, I mean, the witch is a wonderful character. Bernadette Peters originated it, and Meryl Streep was another whole interpretation of it, and she was amazing. It's my favorite role.
So you as a...
When I turned 40, I was offered 3 witches within 1 year. And I thought, okay, this is the way my career is gonna go. So I said no to playing witches, but then this came along, and this witch is quite different.
Don't ever, never, ever mess around with my greens. Especially the beans.
Voices, and we're actually performing tonight. We're going to close the event with an arrangement of Sunday from Sunday in the Park with George that I did with 2 other friends, Billy Porter and James Sampliner, and we're going to close the event tonight.
The production, I think it's amazing. I think it's one of the most brilliant and sort of epic productions of musical theater on film that's happened yet. Do you know what I mean? It's really astounding.
So tell me a little bit about you.
Wow.
Got you on the spot.
How long you got? So, Toronto, 1972. Started up a production company about a year ago. We now have a lot of stuff in the pipeline. So probably 5 years from now, I will have produced something on Broadway. And I will likely have also gotten a TV series or 2 off the ground as a producer and as a director.
How you guys feeling tonight?
Really excited.
Also, you guys are so beautiful, dressing up so nice. So tell me, how do you feel when all those paparazzis take pictures of you?
It's great. I haven't experienced this that much before. It's very exciting.
Very exciting. So tell me, do you guys sing, you guys play, you guys acting? What do you guys do?
I sing, act, and dance a little bit. Yeah, same. She was one of the original Matildas, and I was in How the Grinch Stole Christmas.
Yeah, oh, nice. Also, how you guys get involved? Since when? Since what age you guys saw the future and say, wow, we want to be that, we want to be that?
When I was around 5 years old, I started performing. And when I was 3, I always copied her, so when she started, I started and fell in love with it.
That's amazing. And what's your name?
I'm Abigail Shapiro. Millie Shapiro.
Millie and Abby Shapiro. Right here tonight at the red carpet. Beautiful girls. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Alrighty, here we are. Tonight, great event, great birthday party. I wish I would have a birthday party like that. Great composer, beautiful people, great characters, so a lot of talent here tonight. This fantastic event, Disney production, Into the Woods.
Never in a million years. Sitting like a little 8-year-old kid from Cleveland, Ohio, sitting in my living room listening to Company, the cast album by Woods and Sondheim of his musical. I never in a million years thought I would ever be here. So this just shows that dreams can definitely come true.
I had 3 wishes. My wish would be that everybody would see your show, and then once they see your show, they would tell other people to see your show, and then those 3 people would tell them to see your show, and your show would be so popular, nothing else would happen, but we would all just have to watch your show.
You can watch him on Aladino show.
What's beautiful about what Meryl Streep's done with this witch that I'm so proud of is that she has really made her a full flesh and blood person with vulnerabilities and fears and truth, which only Meryl Streep can do.
Roy Helland created 2 very distinct looks for the witch and the witch transformed.
Meryl has very little makeup on. She really wanted to transform physically herself. And Roy knows to get out of the way and let that happen because he knows he's working with this amazing actor.
I was watching him crawl back over the wall when bang, crash, a lightning flash.
And cut. Beautiful. You're unbelievable, Meryl.
I mean, it's pretty much her. There's a little bit of a chin and a little bit of a brow. And it was enough. I mean, you do have Meryl Streep.
1 midnight gone!
Already?
Get the cow!
Watch out, Aladino show!
Mucho amor. Good to see you.